Hello, so my name's Michael Conneely, and this video and associated blog are about the 2020 astrology energies. A quick guide to personal and societal reset, healing and consciousness raising possibility. So first of all, we note that there are in fact, through 2020, a huge pile-up of vast, confrontative, destructive, super powerful energies, a combination not seen in this area of the heavens since 1284 AD. But also, at the same time, there are actually powerful healing and inspirational energies also reaching out to us for us to connect to. And the point I'm making is that the confrontative, destructive energies will actually basically produce such irritation, stress and problems that we individually or people collectively will be forced to face the fact that things can't go on as they are in that particular way in their individual lives or in their society. And so as a result of these crushing energies, we may have to redefine ourselves. We will have to shape a more fulfilling and manageable strategy forward, fulfilling and manageable. And in previous blogs about the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, I've likened it to us becoming a Grail Knight, carrying forward our Holy Grail, the cup being the structure and what it contains, the divine energy which we can experience through Ketha, the crown chakra. So, because of these crushing confrontational energies which have been running since the beginning of 2020 and were building throughout 2019, we may well be forced to embrace the healing and inspiration that's also around. And so, because of the negative pressure and the positive inspiration, we actually do have the opportunity to raise our consciousness now. And at the social level, things will have to change. The coronavirus is actually the factor that will express the confrontative energies. It will force the change. So, societies will have a choice whether to embrace the more humanitarian and global ways of organising, or whether to retreat into right-wing isolationism and social repression and scapegoating. What will be the outcome? I'm now going to quote briefly from a video and blog just posted from Elizabeth Hendricks, Dr. Liz, who works with the Starwheel Astrology website as a wonderful healer. And so she offers life path healing, past life healing, soul readings, chakra healing and psychic realignments. And in her separate video and blog, which is also in the Starwheel YouTube channel, she writes, "For the past few decades, a great number of advanced souls have incarnated with the special goal of helping the world to move into the next level of consciousness, which is unity consciousness. But the old consciousness is fighting back with all its might. It does not want to die. And the way it resists is to spread fear and misinformation. Make no mistake," Dr. Liz writes, "fear is an energetic virus. It is as contagious as Ebola and about as dangerous. These 2020 astrological energies offer the chance of a new world, one in which fear is actually left behind as we outgrow fearfulness." So see Elizabeth Hendricks' beautiful blog and video about this. But now to return to the astrological energies prevailing in 2020. Huge energies that we each have to respond to, and that societies will have no choice but to respond to, either positively or negatively. So first of all, I am listing, and they're listed in the associated blog, I'm listing the confrontative destructive energies, although bearing in mind that they can be used by us to produce spiritual advancement and growth. But here they are. So first of all, we have an unprecedented number of planets entering into the Vedic sign of Capricorn. Saturn enters Vedic Capricorn on the 24th of January 2020. Pluto enters Vedic Capricorn on the 25th of February. Jupiter enters Vedic Capricorn on the 30th of March. Mars enters Vedic Capricorn on the 22nd of March. Pause for a moment, just think, Pluto and Saturn together, Mars joining them. Think what this does to us physically and our consciousness and at the event level. And yet, the stress of all that could actually force us to higher spiritual perception and consciousness. Secondly, I list certain malefic conjunctions. Mars conjunct Pluto at naught Vedic Capricorn on the 24th of March. Ketu transiting conjunct the previous eclipse degree from the 26th of December eclipse at 9 degrees Vedic Sagittarius on March the 22nd. Mars conjunct Saturn at 6 degrees Capricorn on March the 31st. So I'm recording this towards the end of March, but things will get tenser yet before March is over. The next point I make is that 3 new planetary cycles start in 2020. Huge new personal resets and societal resets. So the first is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So it was exact at 28 Vedic Sagittarius on the 10th of January and starts a new 34-year unfoldment cycle. So, and in fact, Saturn and Pluto are all, still very close together when Saturn turns direct after a retrograde on the 29th of September at so Saturn's at 1 degree Vedic Capricorn, Pluto's at 28 Vedic Sagittarius. And what does the Saturn-Pluto combination mean? I've put some buzzwords in the associated blog. Ferocious combination of restriction, containment of divine energy or its twisted lower manifestation. Hard labour, cruelty, tenacity and toughness, record efforts, cold-heartedness, violent fanatical adherence, participation in mass achievements, growing spiritually or mentally, silent activity, loss of one's fortune or possessions. Saturn-Pluto. And in fact there was a Saturn-Pluto conjunction the year before I was born. Secondly, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. So that's exact on the 5th of April, starting a 12.5-year cycle. What are Jupiter and Pluto combined? Jupiter and Pluto. Desire for power, plutocracy, striving for power in the spiritual sphere, material sphere or mental sphere. The desire to lead the masses. An appreciation of the need for social or religious regeneration. Squanderers, speculators, leading or participating in uprising. Loss of standing, loss of wealth, conflict with authorities, arrest, loss of everything. All these conjunctions can be experienced positively or negatively, of course. And the third new great conjunction, a new cycle starting, is the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, exact at 6 degrees Vedic Capricorn on the 21st of December. Perseverance, boom bust, Jupiter Saturn, tenacious pursuit of plans, maturity of experience, the need to suppress pessimism or self-destructive thoughts, the attainment of far-reaching objectives through perseverance, industry and patience. And because of the great difference between Jupiter and Saturn and the tension, angriness and upset. A big thing to note is the transit of the North Node Rahu. At the moment, Rahu is transiting Ardra Nakshatra in Vedic Gemini. And the point is that Ardra Nakshatra is actually ruled by Rahu, so there's double torsion, double overload, double drive, double whammy. Ardra as a nakshatra is very tunneled vision, dogmatic and dominating. And so Rahu's transit through Ardra has been a major exacerbator of the Ardra energies, and also the major drive in the spread of coronavirus, although the Saturn-Pluto conjunction ties into it, and so does Neptune in Purva Bhadra Nakshatra also play a part. But the point is that Rahu ends his transit through Ardra Nakshatra on the 20th of May 2020. So I believe the growth impetus to the coronavirus will not be there from the 20th of May, although the virus will of course persist and run, but not with the impetus. And I actually think there could be another sort of burst when the Saturn-Pluto conjunction gets very close again at the end of September. Mars turning retrograde on the 10th of September at 3 Vedic Aries will have some ugly, militaristic, violent energies associated. But as I said, at the same time as these huge, very rare combination, tension, aggression energies, there's also big inspiration and big healing energies. And I think they particularly peak at the time of the lunations, the new and full moons. Do see my blog post and video about the personal experience Maggie and I had around the time and at the time of the March full moon on the 9th of March. So there's a video and a blog. We had the most incredible inspiration breakthroughs, the most incredible development of healing abilities and benefiting from those. Do read about that. You know, make your own connection. There are more lunations coming. And just to summarise the particular healing new and full moons that to keep track of now, well, there's Chiron square the nodal axis at the new moon of February the 23rd. The sun of the full moon on the 9th of March was conjunct Neptune. Sun conjunct Neptune, that's what we really benefited from, the positive side of that. Neptune at this moment is in Purva Bhadra Nakshatra, and see my blog about the healing energies in the full moon for what it means to have Neptune in the star energies that are Purva Bhadra Nakshatra. The new moon coming up on the 24th of March. Sun, amazing chart. Do have a look. In the blog about the inspirations and lunations. Sun, Moon and Chiron all conjunct, and that conjunction square the nodal axis. Incredible. And then the full moon of the 8th of April, Chiron still square the nodal axis. So I hope it's been of value to hear what confrontational, dreadful energies there are, what healing, inspirational energies there are, and it all depends on us to manage our mind and raise our consciousness through experiencing the darkness, through receiving the healing and light. Have a look at the blog about my 9th of March Healing Inspiration full moon, have a look about Elizabeth Hendricks' blog about how to manage your consciousness through all this. Thank you.